Hi, my name is Margot C. Heiniger. I'm 83 years old. I've lived in John Day, Oregon for 27 years. This is an introductory video, and I want to tell you a little bit about who I am and what I've done. Okay, so I'm a retired occupational therapist. I was only a good one for 40 years, and now I'm something better. And that's what I'm going to tell you about. Okay. So, first of all, I'm dynamic. Second of all, I'm developmental. Thirdly, I'm educational because I have a master's in special ed. That gives me some credibility. And so I'm going to open my own clinic. Come and visit me in Mount Vernon, Oregon. So I want to tell you a little bit about myself. Okay. I'm a doula. That's a woman or a man who knows a lot about prenatal development, and I am certified in being a distance doula, which means I can go all over the USA. You just call me up and tell me you want me, and I'll be on a plane tomorrow when they fly. And so I also am certified with working with cranky babies. You know, those babies that fuss all the time. I can show you how to soothe them. Okay. Now, I also am finishing my training with John Barnes in myofascial release. He has a center in Sedona where I went. That's a wonderful place. Nice red rock. Lots of good energy there. Okay. And I am partly through with my training with Dr. Moskalova. She's a Russian woman, and she has a method called MNRI, Moskalova, neuromuscular reflex, sensory reflex integration. And I'm hoping to complete that. And I have completed some of the segments, like I completed the toolbox for dyslexia last week. And was that ever fun? And they're talking all about reflexes. And I kind of like reflexes, they're kind of necessary. Okay, so along with that, I've written several books. I'd like to share those with you. Okay, the first one I wrote is titled Neurophysiological Concepts in Human Behavior, came out in 1981. And I heard last week that instead of being translated into Chinese, it's been translated into Japanese. No wonder the Chinese woman couldn't read it. And is also on Talking Books. Now it's out of print, but you can get on Amazon and you can get a used copy. Make sure there's not too much underline in it though, because you want to underline it yourself. Okay. The second book I wrote is called the Integrated Motor Activity Screening. I'm hesitating because I'm going to change the title, but it's going to be IMAS, and it's going to be solving the problems in the classroom. So I'm in the process of revising that, and I've only worked with 25,000 of those sweet little darlings between the ages of 4 to 7. And in the next 3 years, I'm going to have 5,000 more just because I like to work with kids. Okay, so the fourth book I wrote, let's see, it's the third book I wrote, is called Kids Learn from the Inside Out. Now, I'm the second author of that, but the first author passed away on Christmas Day, so I guess now I'm the first author. I guess that's the way the cookie crumbles. Is that right? I hope so. So anyway, I'm going to revise that one. Instead of revising, I'm going to do a brand new one so I can be the only author of it and not share it with anybody else. That's kind of selfish, but anyway, I'm going to do it. And so let's see, that's the fourth. Excuse me. The fourth one is called School Moves for Learning. It's a curriculum for the school system. It's good, and they're even using it in one of the elementary schools in John Day. Good for them. They didn't realize that I wrote it. That was a surprise. Anyway, I did. So the fifth book I wrote, I'm the second author of that one too. It's called Minute Moves in the Classroom. You got to have transition activities when you come in the morning before you sit down and do math, or when you come in from the library before you do spelling. You got to have transition activities, and they're done to music. That gets the kids settled down. So the last book, I think, is the number 6. I think so. I got a little bark, excuse me. I work with dogs too. So the sixth book is Healing Traumatized Dogs. And I specialize in a very unique opportunity of doing that because I specialize in dogs that have birth traumas. Now, people don't believe that, but they do. They can be the first, they can bark all the time, they cannot pay attention, and they can be just like the ADHD, naughty little boys, but this one's a naughty little girl, and her name is Lady Lovebug. Excuse me, somebody's running around my throat. So she is the second author of this book. So Margot C. Heiniger is the first author, and Star Lady Lovebug is the second author. She got a little picture down in the right hand corner with her footprints in it, writing around it. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to tell you the name of the next book that's in progress. I'm going to have to kind of read my notes here. Okay, so number 7, the title is The Developmental Symphony Movement Patterns, Interweaving Normal Human Developmental Stages of Learning, Translating Motor Activities to Mental Activities, Numbers 1, 2, 3 to letters ABC. And I'm doing this because they don't teach handwriting anymore, so I want to have them learn cursive, not printing. First of all, I'm a messenger. And second of all, the message is that I am to heal myself first, and then I can heal the children in the adults and the children in the children, and then I can heal the animals, especially dogs, cats, and pigs, and maybe horses. And that is what my mission is. And I think there's some people that think I'm pretty good at it. And I think one reason why I'm good at it and I like it is because I have experienced so many variations of what might be called trauma that I can not too easily, but I can have insight in terms of how to help people release it. I would like to say that I'm happy in my work, and that each time I have the opportunity of working with somebody, I feel a connection with them, a spiritual connection. I don't want to say, a good connection. And therefore, I enjoy the opportunity of working with them again. And I always try to leave them on a high note. So I'm not going to leave them depressed about something, and I'm going to leave them with something to look forward to.